It's Monday, and just a quick update. So 3 colonies, all with bees in. First colony here, seen the queen, she's marked red. They're obviously perhaps a bit short on feed, so I've given them sugar syrup from the barrel, and we'll come back and look at them again in a week's time. They're only on one box. This is the crown board, and this is just on here for convenience. Second box, doing very well. They're in the lower box here. There's a queen excluder on, and there's a box in there which they should move honey into. Lots of brood in all stages. Now this is a peculiar one. This hive's very successful. It has come out of winter with lots of bees, but today they have a whole host of capped queen cells. There are 3 options for those queen cells. Either the queen's died and they're emergency cells, either they have decided that the queen is, for whatever reason, not laying as she should, or she's lost her pheromone so they can't detect her, and so they've laid what's called supersedure cells. Or the third reason is they're swarming. I don't believe they're swarming because there's lots of room. So what I have done is I have split the colony vertically, and I have put into each, I split it in 2. So here's part 1, and you can just see a queen excluder, and here's a box. That box has got stores in it. This here is a crown board, and whilst the lower box has its entrance out the front, and you can see the bees here, this top box here has its entrance at the back, and there you can see already guard bees. Good sign. And the colony is in this box here. So why have we done that? Well, if I left the colony as one single colony and not divided it into 2, then effectively all our eggs in one basket. When the first queen emerges from a cell, it'll go around, knock all the other ones on the head. Sometimes the bees will protect capped queen cells. They're going to hedge their bets just in case they don't like the first one. So I've left queen cells in both here, and in this one here, one of the queen cells is actually uncapped, but there are still 2 further queen cells in that colony. In the top box there are actually 4 queen cells, and you can see here with the white markings that I have marked the frame that the queen cells are on, so that, sorry about that, so that when I come back in 7 days time, I'll be able to go to that frame and see if the queen cells have emerged. So we have 2 opportunities for success. We can then decide what we do, whether we remove the queen in one of the boxes, combine the boxes, and go back to having one large colony. There's a lot of merit in that. What do we do with the other queen? Well, we don't have to decide that at the moment, and we could simply just put her in a queen castle for a few days. But there's a long way to go between now and making any decision, and that long way is the queens have got to emerge, they've got to be accepted by the colony, the two colonies, sorry, each queen has got to be accepted by its own colony. They then have to go on a flight, they have to fatten up and get fit, they have to get back from that flight without being consumed by all the other hungry insects that are out and about. And of course, if she flies back to the wrong hive, the other hive will just top her. And then after about 7 days after she has merged, she will go on her mating flight, and she could travel quite some miles. Now, we're fortunate in this area because we're surrounded by quite a lot of bees. Some of them belong to Brackley bees, some of them belong to Harry and I Stratton Audley bees, and so they will go and mate, or both of them will have to go off and mate. Don't worry, they won't be holding hands and flying together. They've got to come back and they've got to start laying. Once they get to 3 frames of laid brood, we will be able to see how they are. And it may be, for example, that we decide to take one of these colonies and swap it with this one. Because as I said in the beginning, I've seen the queen, she's marked red, saw her today, but she's stopped laying. But the bees have not superseded her. So I think it's a feed issue. And we've resolved that by putting feed on top. And if I just lift this, you can see a white box of feed in there, and we can see a couple of bees have obviously decided to jump the queue and get in there. This box here I think is okay, so we got options, so that's where we are. Am I happy with it being like this? Well, I'm happy that we've got the increased options. Would I want it this way? Well, no, I wouldn't want it this way, and I would have not expected to find this today. Because they've got lots of room. So it just goes to show that you can't second guess nature. Will we turn it to our advantage? Yes, we will. And that's it. All the best for now. Bye bye.